my pretties, welcome back to another makeup time. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about paranormal stories that come from haunted antique items. So I figured today that I would do more of a vintage makeup look, so yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Just a quick interruption. I just wanted to introduce to you guys a new affiliate program that I'm a part of, and it's called You. It's got a lot of great products, probiotic for your stomach, gut health, collagen, and even something to help you control your cravings and burn those calories, those very, very stubborn calories. But yeah, as you look through, you can see that they have a lot of good products. Jenny Peterson is the owner of this program, or of this company, and she has a lot of really good deals. As you can see, there's several bundles. So yeah, I really encourage you guys to check it out. As you can see, Jenny suffered really severe rosacea. She had it for the longest time, and she wanted to create a company and create products that could, possibly heal her from within, and that is what she did. And you can see the difference there. I mean, it's incredible. They have a lot of little merchandise. You can get you some cute little bottles if you like. There's a lot of excellent reviews you can read over. As you can see, it looks like there's a lot of 5 stars. There's a lot of reviews. But yeah, I just recently joined, and I am excited to share it with you guys. I also have a discount code, which it is Pretty Paranormal. I will put all those links in the description box. So if you want to try a product, go ahead and see what you think about it. So we've all been to antique stores, and I particularly love going to an antique store and finding some really cool objects. But when you buy your objects, do you spend time with your antiques before you purchase them? In other words, do you really get to know your finds and let your sixth sense explore any negative energies present before lugging them home? No? Well, most people don't. But I think that if you do purchase an item that you feel sort of a vibe from, but you just ignore it, you might want to spend a little more time with that and discover what that vibe is. So, yeah, because there is a few stories that I have found that come from some antique places, and people have bought items that has just really brought some energy into their home. So while you may love antiques and you buy them to decorate your home on occasion, you should spend several minutes with an object to see how it feels and how you respond to being near it before you make a purchase. A spirit might have a lingering fondness for an object and want to come and visit it. Every object is capable of holding an imprint that may or may not be a happy one, and some people do seem to be able to detect tension and negativity in the air. So why not transfer that ability to your antique shopping? If all this sounds like a bunch of psychic stuff, that's understandable, but you might want to consider a few ghostly tales about haunted antiques a number of longtime collectors have run across in the past before making up your mind. So this story is a chair haunting, that is what it's called, and Bobby Siverson of Wisconsin once had a next door neighbor, now deceased, who held a high position with the University of Wisconsin. She described him as an extremely sensitive person who often mentioned seeing a gentleman roaming around inside of her house while she was out of town. Her neighbor's description of that mysterious man, whom he had never met, fit Silverson's long-deceased father perfectly. One day, that same neighbor came over for a visit. When he walked past an antique chair Siverson had purchased at a local antique shop. Every hair on his arm immediately stood on end, as if the piece of furniture was electrically charged. And I have been around some items that you just really get a vibe from it, and you don't understand it, and you're just like, that item doesn't even seem scary. I mean, it doesn't even have to be scary, to be honest. You can pick up on energy if you just focus on it. It's insane. But if you're still not convinced, then you might want to consider a story jewelry collector Maria Roberts of Louisiana had to share. Roberts once had a lovely Victorian sapphire ring up for sale in her antique shop and didn't think too much about it at first. But when she later took it out of the case to show it to a customer, a wave of overwhelming sadness and the sights and sounds of a Victorian lady weeping swept over her. This happened every time she touched this particular ring from that point on. And as a former resident of New Orleans, Roberts knew many believers who told her to hold the ring under running water to cleanse it, or to place it in a tray with pieces of garnet jewelry to calm the restless spirit the ring obviously held. She finally sold the piece, and needless to say, she was glad to be rid of it and the emotion that it held. So I would say the same thing. That's insane. So this story is called A Tale of Two Hats. In another conversation about eerie antiques, antique dealer Mary Schonbach of Pennsylvania conveyed that she once bought a pair of hats that had a strong sense of negativity associated with them. In fact, that feeling was so bold that she experienced a distinctive burning sensation when she opened the original box where the hats were stored and held them in her hands. Schonbach sensed that a traumatic experience of some kind was associated with the lady who originally owned and wore the hats. A sudden or violent death, perhaps. She says that she's had to learn to turn my sensitivity off as I've gotten into selling other people's things, she added. So, yeah, you can really, 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 really get some vibes. So I really encourage you to visit some antique shops. Not to mention having a lot of beautiful things that you can put in your home, but yeah, you might bring a little extra visitor home with you if you don't spend some time and just, see how you feel about any object that you might want to purchase. So next time you visit an antique shop or even a flea market and you find an object that draws you in and you're just like, wow, I gotta look at that, I gotta pick it up, I gotta touch it, I really want this, just spend some time with it. Open up yourself and say, how does this object make me feel? If you get good feeling, buy it. If you even get the slightest bit of a weird feeling or even scared, fear, any kind of feeling, consider those. Seriously consider those. But that will do it for today. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Remember to stay sweet, stay smart, and stay safe. Bye, guys.